What inspired me about writing this book was I wanted to know what love is. And when I saw it was the dichotomy of love is the truth, together are one. This all happened after I got divorced. The pain was almost the same as 25 years ago when my ex wife absconded in the dark of the night with our children and moved across the country. Now the pain has turned into thought. When I think about it, um, our three children growing up without their real father, not sharing that love together. Now all I get is a visit every few years. I can explain how the nucleus family explains God literally, and his education to self the church has missed. But I know from soup to nuts in my book now, families today are torn apart because sometimes they're devastated when they split. Even the ones making the choice, because they really don't know why, in a lot of cases, they're divorcing. We still have 50 to 60% divorce rate here in the States. It may be a feeling or a justification, or how not knowing God exactly is the same as us is the problem. We have all the answers inside us, from relationships to human conditioning and ailments, to all our health issues and diseases that arise, even technological advances. However, the skills are taught by partial truths, not the whole truth, and it makes it incorrect or wrong, even if the churches or anyone else is doing it unknowingly. By going deeper in my book, explains how to get to the whole truth, even better than the Bible, because it's a formula. I don't want to persuade your emotions. I don't want to entertain you. I want to use knowledge straight up, correctly for everybody, to be an education and learn from God, because He is in ourself. We are born with Him in us. The challenge is getting him or it out correctly, where it is the same for everybody. This is where we can cure disease, divorce, and unite life and death by the formula I uncovered in the Twins in Language, outlined in the book. The course is under yourname.blog, not .com, .blog, B-L-O-G. Once we unite self, both married spouses of the opposite sex, with the skills of timeless wisdom when it's mastered, this will unite marriage of the opposite sex. These skills, with little change, can unite communities and ultimately unite the whole world. Now, when my ex-wife and I started having problems years ago, we turned to the Catholic religion. And if they knew what they were doing, it's not about a belief or even faith, or even if you're a believer, an agnostic, or an atheist. But it's about a rock-solid knowing I uncovered in my book. We would still be together, just like many other couples today. The same skills are with my to-be wife of 23 years. Yeah, we're not married. We have a 22-year-old daughter. She was my saving grace. They are both Catholic, but she thinks to be right with God, we need to get married in the Catholic Church. She's real religious. She is just as wrong about God as my ex-wife was for divorcing me. I am not Catholic or even been religious, but now that I found God the right way with zero guesswork, it's perfect. To take this formula to the pros, to teach them what I uncovered based on their teachings. It's pretty cool. And here's a little blurb of it. When the spiritual side we all have is part of the non-physical side of the universe, intangible, invisible, and non-physical is God's side. And the human parts come together, merging the tangible, the visible, and physical all together. This tells the whole truth for everything, and language explains it. We could live in peace or live heaven on earth when we have the perfect language and a place where everything goes properly. Excuse me. But my journey is to have spiritual justice equal to global stabilized energy.com. That's my website too. When we all join the non-physical side of the universe, we will have one religion for everybody, explained by the twins in language, using God's word. Literally, I have just sent my book to 3 different well-known scientists like Bruce Lipton to show this is a scientific proof to God, love, and the truth, how they work together. This will define our whole life perfectly as God knows our life individually and collectively. Back in 2015, Oprah Winfrey did a 26 episodes on the tough questions of God with her entourage of professionals here in the U.S. I enhanced about 10 of the pros' work on God in the book with the hopes of picking up a few professors at universities to have a meeting mainly with the Pope because he has the most influence on religion, I think. But religious leaders will do. I define God with the people that have done the work correctly on the inside, the pros or the spiritual leaders, and the religious leaders that have done the work correctly on the outside. We will know with these professors at universities, the academics, because they will bring together the inside and the outside to the center in words with my direction and my book, with the outlined, with the online course, along with the audio book when I get it done. When we can define God correctly, not using the Bible, beliefs, or faith, but us as a guide, humans as a guide, and the universe together as one, we will know beyond a shadow of a doubt how language comes and goes together perfectly to give us all the answers we want to know to life and in life to live a perfect life. We have defined God. The book is the best foundation out there to heal pain and suffering, but better yet, to do it right the first time. My name is K.C. Pattison, Pattison. You can find this on Amazon or on my website, globalstabilizedenergy.com. My email is kc@globalstabilizedenergy.com. The book's entitled The Human Race is God Too. Also, He is Your Name.